Recognizes the gentleman from California, Mr. Correa.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and I want to thank the gentleman or witnesses for being here today. Very timely issue for all of us. I think your testimony and the questions show that a little bit of a tension here between private property, private rights, but I think the bigger one here is protecting public safety. A couple of times back home, I had the chance to see some drones flying over my house, looking in my backyard. Frustrating, angry, didn't have any kinetic weapons with me, so they came and went. But on a serious note, I'm home to Disneyland. Worldwide, it's still viewed as an American private enterprise symbol. I've got the Anaheim Ducks Arena, OC Vibe that's being built right now, the Anaheim Ducks, SoFi Stadium nearby, World Soccer Cup coming to our area very soon, Olympics coming soon. So target-rich environment, so to speak. And what you're saying, Mr. Rigman, specifically, you said that federal government does not have the bandwidth to really protect all of these sites, yet we're still not at a point where we can share the authority information with state, local, federal authorities. And I hope we don't have to wait for a federal law to be passed to get there. My local sheriff in Orange County has a fusion center. Fusion centers exist across the nation where federal, state, local, FBI, every agency collaborate, share information, because when it comes to these drones, time is of the essence. Authority to neutralize these things is of the essence. And I guess my question to each and every one of you, starting with Mr. Jones, do you know of any efforts right now to coordinate with our locals to begin sharing, creating the local authority to be more effective at protecting our citizens? Mr. Jones.
I can speak broadly and just outside of just counter UAS. We are working with our federal, state, and local partners on a daily basis. Whether it's counter fentanyl, counter UAS, just general public safety, they're our partners. We're all on the same team.
And I'm glad
we need
you
the authority.
We
need the authority to designate select state and local law enforcement, and then with approved equipment, and just like my colleagues stated.
We need a federal law.
Yes, we do.
Some of us here could probably do something like that, Mr. Chairman. Hope we can also, I didn't hear it, I know Mr. Jimenez talked a little bit about Mexico, cooperation, any there? This is something that deals with both sides of the border.
Like I stated earlier, our relationship and our information sharing with Mexico is healthy, both at the local level through the U.S. Border Patrol Foreign Operations branches, as well as our communications with Mexico City.
Thank you very much. Mr. Wheeler, same question to you. Do you know of any efforts to coordinate past laws to help us work with the locals to protect our citizenry?
Sure. I would illustrate as maybe a good example for the situation in New Jersey and our Newark division we talked about earlier. The FBI Newark JTTF comprised of a lot of state and local officers that work on the JTTF are our people that are actively investigating this matter.
Are there any efforts to pass legislation that you're aware of to give the locals the authority to neutralize, monitor these aerial vehicles?
Well, that's not my purview for the legislation, but I can certainly tell you I support capacity building for
Mr.
state and
Wigman,
local
my last 30 seconds.
That's what we're here for, Congressman. There's a Senate bill, there's a couple of House bills. All of them, to different degrees, would provide additional authority to the states, both at a minimum to do detection only, and then on a pilot program
Beyond
to
those
do mitigation
bills,
as well.
do you see
That's what we're here for.
beyond those bills, any other authorities that are needed to be vested in the locals to do their job?
I think those bills are where we should focus,
At
and
this
coming
time.
up with something that's that's will work.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. I'm out of time. I yield.
Gentleman's time is